Okay. Right. I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready. You ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I don't know if I'm ready, but you know what? I think I'm ready.
Oh my gosh, he's ready, people.
I'm ready.
No, SpongeBob, no.
Yeah. All right. This is the Geekodity podcast, and
This is episode 3?
Yeah, episode 3. Is it episode 3?
It's already episode 3.
Wow, we haven't even gone past like 10 episodes, and I'm already confused on how many we've already done.
God,
that's a bad sign.
That is a bad sign. We don't keep up with crap.
Yeah. Okay. So pretty much, since everything on any website we go to is about Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians, rockets. It's all about rocket for this movie.
Yeah. And since Alex has seen it once,
and Vito's seen it twice because he didn't want to bring me for a second time.
No way. That was a family thing right there. I couldn't bring it as much as I wanted to.
Well, unfortunately, I'm happy I didn't get to see it the second time because I went to go see Dragon Ball Z Battle of the Gods, which, by the way, I will personally review that later on for you guys.
Okay, yeah, you
only 1 out of 2 of us actually likes the DBZ series.
I got bored with it. It just seemed like a bunch of guys just standing around, like squatting, going like, ah!
Well, you know what? It's just a bit.
I'm sorry. That just sums up Dragon Ball Z in a nutshell for me. Not for anyone else, but just personally me.
That is so mean.
Okay, I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. I like other types of anime, but that's just let's leave it at that.
You know what? I give it up for the DBZ fans. Yeah, DBZ fans.
That goes out to all of you. You're gonna get a clap from her, but you're not from me.
Oh, so anyways.
Okay, so pretty much since everything's all about Guardians of the Galaxy, let's all talk about that.
So let's talk about Guardians.
Okay, Alex, how did you like the movie?
I overall enjoyed it, especially the whole comedic aspect of it.
Yeah, pretty much there was hardly ever 5 minutes where you weren't laughing.
There was never a dull moment.
There were some dull moments where I kind of fell asleep, but they were quickly gone and then replaced by funny moments.
Exactly. And I think what really brought out those moments was not just the lines from the actors, but also the soundtrack. I think overall, of all the movies I've seen, the soundtrack to this one just really grasped me. Yeah, not in a perverted way.
No, yeah, that's because it was 80s songs, and that was one of the best decades for music.
I know. Blue Swede. Just amazing. I loved it.
Yeah, I was sort of I was thinking that they weren't even gonna really play that in the movie, but when it finally came on, I was going like, oh my gosh, let's play it right now. Let's play it. Oh yes. Oh gosh, I couldn't resist going along with it. So
for all of you that haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy, forgive my friend for spoiling it for you.
Oh please, they should know. But you're gonna put spoilers, one of us is gonna put spoilers in here because we're pretty much talking about everything. So, all right, so let's get on to the Guardians themselves. What did you think of Star-Lord?
Star-Lord, Chris Pratt. I like them. At first it was kind of. I'm not that very familiar with Guardians. I just started getting into it.
Yeah, no, hardly anyone is unless you're like a hardcore comic book fan.
No, but my cousin was the one that actually got me into it a long time ago, and then I stopped. And Chris Pratt's role as Star-Lord, I think he did okay. I mean,
I think he sort of played the typical space hero. He's what would you call it? A Casanova. He's talking
Casanova.
He's talking. I mean, he talks about how many alien women he slept with, and there's even one that was still stuck on his ship at the beginning where he truthfully, he forgot all about her when he was going to go get when he was going to an abandoned planet to get an orb. So
every guy's prodigy. To be that one hero and just forget all of a sudden that he had a female aboard his spaceship. And it just takes a few bumps, and I'm not talking about in the bed to actually remember that she's still there.
I think he was pretty good. He was pretty awesome. I haven't known I don't know Chris Pratt very well in any role that he's done besides the only role that I've known him from is Emmett from the Lego Movie.
Yeah.
And I thought he was good in there. So, yeah. All right, and on to Gamora. being played by the very sexy Zoe Saldana.
I love her.
First she was a blue chick, now she's a green chick.
She could pull off any color. I swear that girl can. Oh my goodness!
Well,
no matter what color she is damn hot.
Well, since you said that, maybe she should be the Red She-Hulk.
Oh gosh! Just don't get too muscular, Zoe. We don't want you that musky.
Ew, yeah, you're probably right. That's probably not a good idea. I thought she was kind of good, although it was kind of weird how she sort of like went from being a total badass to being like
a softie in a way.
Yeah, she was a softie. She needed from the way that she was, that we were told about her, she seemed like she was such a badass, but she always needed help, like when it came to like fighting or something, like throughout the movie.
Yeah, but I think she wanted to be that one, because she was known as the assassin.
Yeah.
Out of the group, and I think there's like this hidden character about her. What I personally think is that she wants to be as tough as she can be, but she doesn't want to admit that she needs help.
Mm.
And what she does.
Yeah, that could be it. And plus, I like her lines, especially one where her and Star-Lord are about to kiss, and then she says, "I've heard about you and the women you sleep with. I will not be fooled by your your pelvic sorcery."
The lines in this movie really got to me, and I can't say it right now because I'm trying to keep this PG, unfortunately. I cannot abbreviate exactly.
I said pelvic sorcery. Is that still PG?
Look, no, it's fine. If it was to fit in with the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, I'm sure we could fit it in here.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, with what's running through my mind right now, it is not for here, and I'm sorry.
Naughty.
No, it's a comes around.
Okay.
If you want to say it like that.
All right.
Star-Lord.
Okay. And moving on to Drax the Destroyer.
Oh, the walking thesaurus, Dave Bautista. Oh, I think he was amazing.
I heard a bunch of people in the movies call him Dave Bautista, a barista.
Dave the barista. Because we all knew him, I'm a big wrestling fan. We all know him as the barista. I mean, some of us, I'm going to get off a little bit subject. He did not have such a good,
You're always getting off
subject.
Our viewers should know.
He did not, excuse me, he did not have a good coming back to, WWE. Everyone kind of hated exactly the road that he went through. But you know what? For going back on this movie,
I actually heard about that when he came back to WWE. Like this was after he got casted for playing Drax.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I heard that he won whatever event he was in. I don't know wrestling, so I'm just going by this. And pretty much since wrestling, but
yes, wrestling's what?
Since wrestling's.
We all have our opinions on this.
Okay, yeah, I think wrestling's fake. So pretty much everyone was saying that him winning was fixed in order to do more promotion for Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I thought he was actually pretty good in there. He definitely got showed how badass he was. Although
Mm-hmm.
I wish he could have had that defining moment of just showing how badass you can really be. But half the time he was getting thrown around.
Yeah, but I think my favorite part in the movie just has to be whenever Star-Lord is just trying to think of something, but he kind of puts in a downfall by using very complex words.
Oh yeah. Like that whole source thing that you were saying?
Or the cutting of the neck.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to put my finger on his neck. And then, what was it? Gamora said, metaphors would fly over his head. And then he goes, nothing flies over my head. I have great reflexes, and they wouldn't get past it. Just... Yeah. Okay, and now on to the real stars of this movie.
Groot.
And Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah. Well, take that back. I want to say Rocket.
No, but everyone loved them. Together.
They were the ultimate duo. I know Batman and Robin, we all know is the ultimate duo, but...
Yeah, but, Marvel was talking about doing solo movies for each of the Guardians if this movie was a success. And I gotta say, I would not mind seeing a
A
Rocket
Rocket
and
and Groot
Groot movie. Yeah, do it like 80s cop style movies. Just do it that.
I mean, I could see that happening. I mean, when they say solo movies, I can't see like a Groot movie. I mean, can we sit through an hour and a half films?
No, that's why it's gotta be Rocket and Groot.
I know, but if they were to do a solo movie of Groot, like pretty much like the whole hour and a half is gonna be like, I am Groot. Hi, I'm
just
Groot.
show him in the crazy situations he gets into.
I am Groot. I am Groot. I am Groot. And then when he gets emotional, I am Groot. And then when he gets sad, I am Groot. His overly dramatic, I am Groot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I can sit through that. I want to come out of the theater saying, I am Groot.
Oh, please, Alex. Hey, Alex. If you would love a Groot movie if it was an hour and a half of little baby Groot dancing.
Yeah, little baby Groot dancing. Oh, that scene. I will take that scene forever with me till the day I die. I swear. I want to get the freaking dancing Groot figure, too.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised that they just let him get destroyed like that, but then he came back. I mean, of course, I should expect this from comic book movies. No one really dies except for the villains.
Mm-hmm.
So Groot was funny, and he was. Although I gotta say, like one gripe about him is that his voice actor Vin Diesel, like, I think he was just there for the star power. I mean, I think he was brought in to say like, hey, we got this guy, because if you're gonna have someone like Vin Diesel, like do some voice acting, use his voice. Don't have him just go like just say 3 words. I am Groot.
I am Groot.
Yeah. I mean, the dude played the Iron Giant, for God's sake, and he was awesome at it.
But I don't know. In the special with the the Avengers, the cartoon show, did he say more than I am Groot?
Nope. That's in everything that he said. Of course, I haven't seen him in any of the new Marvel stuff because I refuse to watch any of those. I've only seen him in Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
Really?
Yeah. And for some odd reason, he had a costume that grew back anytime he got destroyed. Which is very strange if you think about it. Okay, and now on to my favorite, Rocket Raccoon.
Not my favorite.
No, he's my favorite.
No, he's my favorite.
He's everyone's favorite. Yeah, he was. Man, I also like Groot and Vin Diesel. I was sort of thinking like, Bradley Cooper, like, how's he gonna do this?
No.
I mean, he doesn't have like a very good like range of voice. Like, I was thinking like, oh, he's probably just gonna sound like he.
You really thought he didn't have a good range of voice?
No, well, he's a good actor, but I just never really saw him do anything else with his voice. Like, but he ended up really surprising me, and I thought that originally because a lot of when a lot of celebrities are brought in for voice acting, they don't do anything with their voice. They sound exactly the same, and a good voice actor knows like how to change like how their voice sounds, like just to sound even a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, like Rocket he was like, I was so surprised at how much I actually did like him. I mean, I knew I'd like him, but I like loved him and plus like the way he looked. I mean, that was like the best looking like CGI animal I've seen so far in any movie.
The hair was amazing. Everything was all.
And plus, they even knew like how to treat his hair. Like there was one part where he's like asleep on the ground, and when he gets up, his hair is like just like going like in all different directions because he laid down on it, just like how you would see with a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, and plus it was like it was good seeing little bits of his backstory in there too. Just like
Rocket.
Yeah, because like you wouldn't expect like an animal like him to have such a like sad
history actually.
Yeah, just sort of getting just sort of getting like cybernetic parts put into him and getting like taken apart and put back together.
I have this issue when it comes down to watching certain movies where my friends, including Vito here, to like just keep an eye on me, like during like the saddest moment in the movie. But unfortunately, I know I was getting like a hate comment because like I don't know why, but everyone got very emotional when spoiler when Groot sacrificed himself while protecting his friends.
Mm-hmm.
And then he pretty much just blasted at the end over there, and you guys were looking at me and you guys were like saying, "Are you gonna cry?" I was like, "No, actually, like,
That's because we like messing with you."
No, to me, it's like, okay, everyone has that one character that they kind of like, fit in, that kind of attaches them,
Mm-hmm.
and usually you get yourself attached to, a few, more than probably one character. Okay,
You got
sometimes
problems.
what do you mean I got problems? No. But anyways, like, you'd be emotionally attached. But unfortunately, I did like Groot. I do like his character. I just didn't get that attached to him. I mean, Groot, to me, yes. He was amazing. He had his funny moments. I mean, I love the cell scene when they were trying to plan out everything. And, you saw him in the background. And
Oh yeah, yeah. When he tries to get the battery, and then he rips off the panel, and then it smacks a guy right in the head.
And you see, like, the only person, which I find really amazing, is that everyone's just off minding their own business, sitting down, still eating, and the only person watching this happen was
Drax.
And I was like, that's really funny.
Yeah, that is. And meanwhile, we're just seeing Rocket, Star-Lord, and Gamora just talk about this whole plan, and Groot is just off in the back, like trying to make it happen through a misunderstanding.
I know.
Yeah, they're so great, and yeah. Okay, now on to the villains, which are Ronan and Nebula. Okay, let's first talk about Ronan. What did you think of him?
Semi-hardcore badass.
I kind of thought like the way that he was, was kind of like the way that Thanos described him as. He's just a child with.
That's just playing around. He's trying to act all hard.
Yeah, he's just a child that's acting out right now, and in a way that's kind of right, but like he was really badass. He had his moments, and going on to Nebula.
I love Nebula.
You only love Nebula for one reason.
No, I actually liked how this character worked out.
Tell him the reason why I think you
Okay,
like Nebula.
the reason why he thinks that I like Nebula is because of the actress, who is my all-time favorite, Karen Gillian. And everyone knows her that played Amy Pond in the Doctor Who series. And Oculus. But anyways.
I don't know what that second one is.
You've never seen it?
I don't know what Oculus is. Okay. I just kind of thought that she was, kind of... I wouldn't say boring, but she was like so like just the stereotypical tough guy villain that she didn't really stand out to me.
She didn't stand out to you.
Nope, didn't really stand out to me. But I mean, at least she's like one of the rare Marvel villains that actually lived at the end of the movie.
That's true. And I was kind of shocked that I don't know if I saw it correctly. I gotta rewatch the movie. But when at the end when she was grasping for help from Nebula.
Yeah.
Nebula grasping for help from Gamora. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And she let go,
She didn't let go. She just sliced her hand right off to get off from the ship, and then she stole another ship and threw the guy right out of it.
No, it was the same ship that Rocket was on.
It wasn't the same ship, but it was one of the ships.
It was one of the ships?
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, because it would have been more important. She landed on one of the ships and threw the guy right out of it, and then flew off.
Oh my god!
Yeah, because the one that Rocket was on just came and crashed right into the main ship, and then bam. Yeah. So. Yeah, so she just needs to. If she comes back in the second one, she needs to do more to stand out. And yes, there will be a second one because they had the message at the end of the movie that the Guardians of the Galaxy will return.
But even before we got that message, it was already announced before Guardians of the Galaxy had came out that they will be making a second one.
Yeah, but my problem is that what is it? My problem is, I mean, I think that's it's unnecessary, really, to have that. I mean, because that's sort of like getting ahead of themselves.
But I think they already know that.
Yeah, they already
know. Whatever Marvel movie, aside from Elektra and Daredevil, unfortunately, nowadays, whenever they spit out a movie, it turns up being really good in the box office.
Yeah, but I mean, it seems like they're going like, yeah, we know that we're going to get another movie, but just so that everyone knows, here, we're putting in the message. That's just the way I see it. And, yeah. So, okay, and...
I was waiting on you.
Okay, and moving on to,
Yondu?
No, Thanos.
The
hidden villain on here, because he's only there for, what, 3 or 2 minutes?
I'd probably say at least like 3 or 4 minutes.
I think he was sort of unnecessary in this one. Like
How?
we didn't, because like I mean, I think like a good way to show a villain or just a good way to show an enemy is probably just build up to him. Like we sort of got his face in Avengers. And we could have just sort of had like maybe just like probably a few seconds of like just him on his like throne, just like turning around, just like we see a back view of him and then like he turns around and like we just see that, but like we see him talking in here and like he just doesn't seem like the universe's most dangerous villain like they're trying to build him up to be. Like that's just not how I saw him.
It's not.
No, I just saw him, sitting on a throne. That was it.
I kind of wanted to see a little bit more action, seeing it from that, a little bit more, intimidation. I mean, yes, he was intimidating, but I kind of want to see a little bit of his power in this one, as like a little gimmick, a little play around thing that something that we're kind of hopefully expecting for.
Yeah, just show a small bit of his power so that we know that. Oh damn! This guy, he's
the total badass.
He's a total badass. But we've only seen like 10% of what he's really got. I mean, if it wasn't for like the fact that we all know that he's gonna get the Infinity Gauntlet, I would think that the Hulk could take him down.
Hulky.
Yeah. Okay, and let's see. Let's move on to
Yondu.
Yondu.
Yeah, played by hunky Michael Rooker.
Yeah, it was
I'm sorry.
And it was just Blue Merle.
It was Blue Merle, the whole Walking Dead portion for me on the side. It was like, he has Daryl's arrow. So that's how this is working out.
Yeah, he's blue. He's blue Merle with a metallic red mohawk.
You know what I thought when I first saw him?
What?
I was like, oh, he's a badass Papa Smurf. He's the alter ego of Papa Smurf, and I was like, that is so cool. And he has the teeth to prove it too.
Yeah, he does. He's got one of the most jacked up teeth.
It's like if you took a shark and you mated it with an alter ego of Papa Smurf, and you shit out like pretty much Yondu from Guardians of the Galaxy. That also at the same time, if you take a little bit of Merle's genes, then you have Yondu.
Okay, so other side characters. What did you think of what was it? Glenn Close and John C. Reilly as the Nova Corps.
I would have thought we could have saw a little bit more of Glenn Close's character.
Yeah,
I mean, from what we saw in the trailer, there was like a whole lot more. I mean, I know how a lot of people probably think like, we didn't see this from the trailer. We were seeing all this stuff from the trailers, and then when you see the movie, it's like, where's this scene? Where's that scene? Where's this whole conversation that, kind of wanted us to see. But I guess it was just cut out for the whole trailer bit and whatnot. But Glenn Close, I kind of wanted to see a little, just a few more minutes of her.
Yeah, as the as the head of what is essentially Marvel's version of the Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah.
I mean, you would think that we would see like her do more, and it's kind of weird that like usually I see with any kind of Nova character, they're usually like they have helmets and they're flying around, but there was none of that in
No,
here.
there was none of that.
Yeah,
It was just normal people, especially when they were piloting the ships. That there was no.
yeah, it was just kind of weird. I mean, but maybe in future movies they'll do that. And and a returning character, the Collector.
Oh, the Collector. I kept forgetting exactly which movie I saw from, but after he did, I know after with all the Marvel movies being out and with all the the secret endings, the special the special scenes at almost every ending of a Marvel film, I pretty much lost track after the freaking Amazing Spider-Man movies. I'm sorry, but
they're not even part of Marvel.
Oh my God,
They're over at Sony.
that's not what I meant. All right, when you think of certain comic book characters that belong to a certain genre, it kind of glues it to you with my kind of mind. So, anyways.
Yeah, okay. But I never really saw him in Thor: The Dark World. So seeing him here, he actually was pretty good. I mean, he's like, I wouldn't really know how to describe him. He's got like he's got that mysterious, like just sort of, just exactly like what he's supposed to be. I mean, he's a mysterious collector, and he's sort of like he sort of acts that way in the best way that he can.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's almost like nothing really phases him. Like like he'll be amazed by something, but he won't just be like as amazed as everyone else would be. He's sort of like sort of in the calm, cool way. Like when they opened up the orb and found the Infinity Stone in there for power.
I love that one worked out too.
Yeah, he was just all cool about it, and plus he was all cool with his place getting destroyed by his assistant grabbing it and then exploding. Yeah,
his collections though are pretty amazing.
Yeah,
especially one in specific.
Yeah, I actually heard that one of the future Guardians is actually also in one of the cases.
I heard while reading up a review, they said that if you watch the scene at the Collector's place, you actually get to see one of them.
And which one are you talking about? Because we could be talking about the same one.
That's from what I read.
Is he in a cocoon or something like that?
I think so.
Yeah, that's Adam Warlock.
Adam Warlock?
Yeah. Weird name for an alien, huh?
Adam Warlock. I shall make the spaceship.
Okay. Yeah. And So what'd you think of the Infinity Stone in this movie?
I found it a bit interesting. I'm not that familiar with it.
I actually thought it was kind of cool. I mean, you always see in a whole bunch of movies or cartoons that someone gets all this energy put inside of them, and then
But isn't that also a cliche? Because there's also a bunch of other movies that has there's that one item where if you take hold of it, it'll destroy you.
Yeah, but in most movies you see this person, he takes the he has this power that no one can handle, and but nothing really happens to them. In this one, it'll show that the power will go through you, and it'll start to make you burn from the inside out, and just. It's a really good effect that they use to show how it could kill you.
And then without spoiling the ending, it's
we are
why don't we hold hands? Let's just all hold hands.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna say it's spoilers anyway.
Yeah,
so
spoilers.
Yes, I mean Peter got a hold of the stone, and then he starts getting destroyed, and then Gamora takes his hand, and then power goes to her, and then Drax goes to him, and then Rocket takes his little.
I love everyone looks all badass when they take a hold of feeling that stone, and when Rocket comes in with Drax is oh my fur.
Yeah, he's got his little hand and he's grabbing Drax's finger.
It's so cute because I wanted to be the person. I wanted to be Drax just for that 1 second and be like, I will take your hand, Rocket.
Yeah, and then
I will hold you.
Yeah, and then finally, when the powers all equal in them, and then Peter just kills Ronan. That's the most badass scene of this movie.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
No,
you go.
Okay, because I was gonna say so overall, for Guardians.
We haven't talked about the story yet.
You want to talk about the story?
Yeah.
I don't really want to give away too much.
No, let's just talk about the story or lack of thereof one.
Fine.
Okay.
Lack of thereof.
Okay, me and Alex, we're pretty much in agreement that after thinking it over, Guardians of the Galaxy sort of had a weak story.
A MacGuffin.
Yeah, pretty much MacGuffin. Where it's pretty much like try and get all these people trying to get the orb, and then we try and sell the orb. The orb gets taken. We try and take the orb, and then
it keeps coming back and forth.
Yeah,
basically.
Pretty much the whole story revolves around the Infinity Stone, and yeah, not really much else besides getting it, keeping it away, and trying to get it back and giving it to the right people who will take care of it, and that's pretty much it. So. If I were to give it a score, I'd probably give it maybe 2.5 out of 5 on story.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, so, okay. All right, so overall, what would we say about, Guardians of the Galaxy, and what score would we give? Okay, go.
You go first.
Okay, well, I say that it's a great superhero movie. Even though it's technically not a superhero movie, it's more like sort of a space opera, kind of like Star Wars. Yeah, it's more like that than it's more like that than a superhero.
Space opera, Star Wars.
Hey, that's what I heard someone describe it as. So I wouldn't. I didn't know any other way to describe it. But it was good. It'll make you laugh throughout the whole thing.
So what would you rate it then?
I would rate it let's see. I would rate it a 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5.
Yeah, I'm giving it a 4 out of 5 just because of the weak story and for some parts where it actually got a little dull. It's short parts, but it kind of dulled me to the point where I was yawning.
And that's an amazing review.
And go on.
Oh, so what I thought about it, I love the movie. I think the story could have done a little bit better. I love the characters. I love the lines in the movie. There was never just a hang off, some movies that kind of stalls for time when they're talking to another character.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I personally felt on it. Of course, I have to go back on it. The soundtrack to this film is amazing. It's not really what you expected because, no matter how much they were trying to be so serious in this movie, it didn't, the comedy kind of, brought an equal, levelness to it. So that's pretty much what I liked about the movie, and I give it a 4 out of 5.
Cool. Yeah, so... Pretty much Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah. Go see it.
So, well, I guess that concludes our
review.
Our review, yeah.
Pretty much.
And next time, our next review, which I'm excited for. Because someone here is not excited for.
Blah.
Well, I am excited for.
Blah.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Blah, 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 blah.
Which we are forcing this guy to go ahead and see with us.
Blah.
He can't complain because his ticket is getting bought by someone else.
I can't complain because you're still making me see it.
Well, you're still seeing it with us because we're just friends that just watch movies. But anyways, so yes, our next review and our next topic will be on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Blah.
And the biggest question is, will Turtles fight off Guardians of the Galaxy at the box office?
Nope. I'm predicting it right now. They will not reach number 1. That will stay with GOTG.
Well, I predict the opposite, that it'll outbeat Guardians. But that's the whole typical,
Okay, fine. Since we both think that, you want to make a bet?
No, I don't like making bets because I never win at bets. Anyways, I'm Alex.
I'm Vito.
And thank you for watching Geekodity. Bye!
Yay!
Yay!